The key to stimulating muscle growth is the intensity of the exercise.
Experiencing pain in your muscles and then go on, and this last repetitions, that's what makes the muscle grow.
Hey, welcome back. Hassan Hammer here. All right, you are about to join me to crush a leg workout. Now, if you're new to this channel, the entire premise of this channel is how to put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally. And what qualifies me to speak on this topic? I went from 130 pounds to 170 pounds over a period of 2 years. Now, I've been working out longer than that, but during those 2 years, I put on 20 pounds of muscle per year for 2 years in a row. So that's what I'm documenting. I'm documenting with the vlogs how I put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally. I have 10 pounds to go. And if you don't believe me, just look at the introduction. You'll see a before picture and an after picture. And the methods I'm about to describe is exactly how I did that. Okay, so I'll tell you exactly how to do it naturally. And I feel like there's not a lot of information online about this. People default to TRT. I will pause for a second and say, if you have watched this channel before, you probably noticed the car talk segments are gone. They will come back at a future date, but for now, we are going to switch to balcony talks. That's the game plan. So this is the first workout, and I'm noticing not a lot of gyms nearby. So I'll have to figure that out. Right now, I'm just gonna work out in the building's gym. There's a security guard sitting in that gym, actively signing people in and out. So let's see how that goes. It'll be like a trial run. Maybe I won't go all full ham on this workout because I'm also jet lagged. I woke up at 9 p.m. and I've been awake all night. And now, how do you put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally? So there's 3 components. 1, intensity techniques. 2, 3 protein shakes per day, each with a scoop of creatine. And 3, progressive overload notes. You need all 3. All 3 are important. And if you do one really well and not the other, you probably won't make gains. If you do all of them, you'll make gains quite easily. Intensity techniques. Firstly, you have to push yourself hard. The baseline is, are you putting in effort? Okay, so you're trying to load the muscle under the point where it's maximum stretch. So if you're doing like a bicep extension, you want to make sure you go full range of motion, and then you want to load the muscle, and then you want to pull it up. And when you do repetitions, it experiences fatigue stress, and like a rubber band, when you're pulling on it, it will develop little transverse micro cracks, which then when you eat protein, it'll go in there and fix. And protein is the building block, just like how it builds your hair, your nails. It can also build your muscles when needed. Okay, so the first part is extremely important. It is the stimulus. And as natural athletes, that is all we have. So you can't go in there and do volume and that's about it. You have to push yourself. Okay, so 1, are you pushing yourself as hard as you can, ideally to failure? That's number 1. Number 2 is you use intensity techniques, which is drop sets, supersets, lengthened partial reps, and rest pauses. Drop sets is when you go to failure, you remove the weight a little bit, and then you go to failure again. And then supersets is, a drop set is an example of superset, but there's a few different flavors of supersets, so I'll leave that alone. Rest pauses are really good. So you go to failure, you wait 5 seconds, and you bust out a couple more reps. You wait 5 seconds, you do a couple more, and that keeps you right at the edge of failure where the magic happens. So if the last 2 reps were the magic reps, now instead of getting those 2 reps once per set, you're getting them multiple times per set. So you'll see me utilize that technique a lot. And lastly, lengthen partial reps. So once you reach failure, you can do a couple more reps at the point where the muscle is the most stretched. So you'll see me do this on pull-ups. What I do is after I have exhausted myself and I can't do a single more pull-up, I will do partial reps with just my lats at the most stretched position. So at the most stretched position would be dead hang and then 10%. And that will take you beyond failure. So you use intensity techniques to go beyond failure. Then, as a requirement, 3 protein shakes per day, each with a scoop of creatine, which is 15 grams of creatine, which may sound excessive, but you have to do it, okay? Because I've experimented and it makes a huge difference. The normal recommended dose is 5 grams of creatine. It's not enough. We don't really have an edge as natural athletes, but creatine is one of them. It improves things by maybe 1 extra pound of muscle per year, But at an advanced level, if you're only putting on 5 pounds of extra muscle per year, like where I am now after 3.5 years of gym, first year was just cardio, then the creatine, 3 scoops a day, becomes very important. Also, the ATP from the creatine, it gives you energy under conditions of sleep deprivation. It's a cognitive enhancer, which is also why I like to take it, because sometimes I'm in night owl mode. And then whey protein is the best and fastest absorbing protein. It's just dried milk. It's not going to kill you. So drink 3 protein shakes per day. New Zealand grass-fed whey protein. I know some of you are going to say, hey, I don't want gas. Get the New Zealand grass-fed protein with stevia as sweetener, not sucralose, and that problem is solved. And also, whey protein has full amino acid profile range. Amino acid is the building blocks of the protein, and it has all 20 of them. So get 3 of those so your body is in a constant state of protein synthesis, and you're set on that angle. And lastly, progressive overload notes. So what does that mean? Basically, when you go to the gym, write down your reps, your weights, and your half reps, and your supersets. I'll post an example of mine. So once you do it once and you have it in your notes, next time you're either just increasing one number, I gained an additional rep, or maybe you're just matching it, okay? For example, on bench press, it took me over 6 months to get an extra rep when I was supersetting with 185 pounds down at my chest. The 10th rep took a while. One more thing is, I like to do medium high volume legs before every workout, aside from leg workout, because they're gonna get hit anyways. But if you hit a large muscle group, there's a systemic response in the body. If you hit legs, your arms will grow. You can check out Mike Mentzer, Heavy Duty, on systemic stress, and he'll talk at length about deadlifts and squats. So what I usually do is 20 rep squats with 2 plates on the hack squat at the start of my non-leg day workouts. And because I have plateaued at 170 pounds, these are the techniques I'm using. You can pause on that for now and use it later, but you will see me do that. With all that being said, let us go do our workout and see how that goes. The gym is right behind me. Let's have a look at this view real quick. There's a pool down there. All right, this is what I'm working with. There is a leg press, there is leg extension. Although the leg extension range of motion is not that great, but I think I can make it work. And the squat rack has pins at the front, so I can do it without the Smith machine. So it is possible that maybe I can get decent workouts here, but let's see. I'm going to start with leg extensions, and excuse the camera angles. I'm going to have to figure out this gym and all of that, but today will be like a trial workout, so all of the weight stacks are different and everything, so let's see how it goes. So this is 60 pounds. So pretty much I'm just going to freestyle it and try to get my legs tired. All right, that's 10. I'll take a rest pause. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, they're starting to burn now. 15. Take a rest pause. 17, 18. Wow, not bad. I don't have the full stretch on the range of motion. I do like to have that, but overall not bad. So I'm gonna go from 60 to 30 pounds. I'm gonna drop set it. And while I'm near failure, I'm gonna go again. This is what I mean about intensity techniques. And I'll count this as two sets, so they're efficient. Okay, burn is maximum. Back off. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm jet lagged, so I've been awake since 9 p.m. So I'm going to push strategically. I'm not going to go for new records or anything like that. But I do want to get a workout in. It makes me feel so sharp after, cognitively. All right, that's 8. Okay, that's 13. I'm back in near maximum burn. That was painful. That was near maximum burn. 18. I'll go one more cycle of near failure. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, that's maximum burn. Superset with rest pauses. Felt pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing again. Right, 60 pounds. Oh, that should be helpful. That was not helpful. I have to really squeeze with this machine because ideally I'd like my feet to be near my butt, my heels, to get the maximum stretch. That is the most important part. But I don't think this machine will go there, so I'm compensating by making sure I squeeze the range of motion. All right, that feels pretty good. Burn is at an 8. Take a rest pause. I can feel my cardiovascular system being taxed a lot more than usual. My heart rate is increasing faster than it normally would because of the jet lag and being awake since 9 p.m. So I'm compensating for that by taking slightly longer rest pauses and slightly longer set breaks. Okay, rest pause. That's near failure. Oh, that one hurt. Okay, actually I didn't count those reps. Okay, so 60 pounds, I'm going down to 30. Pretty humid in the gym. It's pretty hot outside, but I don't think there's AC running. Which is nice. It makes you feel more manly. while working out anyways. All right, at 6. Burn is near maximum. Trying to eye if the Smith machine is available. Not yet. Rest pause. Rest pause. All right, they're done. That's set number 2. Gonna do some leg press. Let's see how this machine works. Okay, set 1, I'm gonna go pretty light. Someone had it at 185 pounds. I'm gonna do 90, just to see how it feels. I want the knees over toes for the quad. Oh my god, that range of motion is not great. But if I can slide the seat forward, then I'll be fine, which I can. Perfect. Ooh, that's jammed in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I've slid it all the way forward because the range of motion is for hypertrophy is always better. But let's see if I fit in here now. Okay. The motion is like cammed. It's not hinged. It's on like a rocker cam, which is interesting. There's also another press machine to my right. I might try that out. This is not bad. I prefer squats, but until it's free, I'll do this. That's 14, 15, 16, 17. 20. Do I want to keep going? No. I do not want to keep going because I don't want to stress my CNS. So in fact, I will take a break and I will increase the weight instead. Let's go to 95. Let's go to 140. Let's try this other leg press machine. I was getting the hang of that one, but I am curious how that one feels. This one feels. I spotted the cam. There's a cam. It's like a triangle shape instead of a pulley, which gives it a interesting and different resistance profile. Not something I'm used to, but I think it would be effective. This one seems like the traditional just hinge motion, so let's try this one out. I would like more range of motion. Can I slide the seat forward? How about this guy here? Okay, that's less range of motion. Right, there we go. We'll work with that. I increase it a lot. 240. Close grip. Range of motion on the other machine is better, a lot better. I'll go back to the other machine. All right, this is 415 pounds. more than double my body weight. But of course, it's not actually 415 because the range of motion is so small. Oh, I can't even budget. Okay, I spoke too soon. Let's go back. How much was I doing? Okay, let's try 290. It does get really heavy. I can't do the whole stack. It beat me up after I down talked it. Okay, I think I'm gonna pause there for leg press and keep my legs fresh for squats. Now I usually progressively overload hack squats, not these squats. So this is new territory for me. And the reason I switched to hack squats is because I kept injuring my lower back when I did these normal squats. But I learned the bracing your core technique where you take a breath in and you brace your core. So hopefully with that, I won't injure myself. That is the plan. $20 kg times 2.2, 44 pounds. All right, let's see how this goes. Press pause at 7. Ten. Not bad. Okay, my pause at 12. It definitely also works out the lower back. And then if you do 20 rep squats like I do, you can tax it before the legs. So what I'm noticing is I need to open up my hips more and sit between my hips instead of having my legs come out in front of me. So I'm gonna try changing my technique a little. I'm gonna go a little bit wider stance and go duck shape, duck stance, Y stance like Platz would do. I'm gonna do them deeper and slower, just until I get the technique right. 5. 6. 7. That feels good. Feels good to do it on a bounce. Compress and then up. Okay, I'll pause there for now. Felt better than the first set. Set number 3. Cardiovascular system definitely taxed, although it's feeling better. I took a 2-minute 30-second rest period this time to compensate for the lack of cardio from staying awake all night. Let's pause. Wow, I feel it in my abs. In a good kind of way. Okay, set number 3. Set number 4. Rest pause. I'm not going to go bananas on 20 reps right from the get-go. I'll slowly work up to it. Because last time I injured my lower back, I switched the exercise completely. It was a bad. So the injury took a while to heal. Six. Right. It's pretty good. All right, I'm back at leg press, and the reason is my lower back is fatigued. So after about 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, my lower back is fatigued, and I feel it in my abs. So by intuition, I'm going to conclude that squats fail your core before they fail your legs. And I think that's why I like hack squats, because I put on 3 plates, I do 20 reps, and each rep goes straight into the quads. But there's an aesthetic beauty in squats, which is you're doing a free weight. And there's something to be said about that. It's just a nice looking movement, which I know is not very logical, but that's why I want to do it. If there was hack squats, I would default to that, but I'll try to improve squats. I wonder why that's the case. Okay, so meanwhile, let's switch to leg press and try to get a pump. I don't know if I'm going to get a pump like that because the cardiovascular system is failing before the legs. I think my legs are really used to hack squats. So with that in mind, I will switch to one leg press. This is what I mean, the cam dampen movement. If I let go, it takes a moment before it catches up. It's not true free weights. There's a damping coefficient in the retraction portion. Maybe I should increase the weight. That's better. That's better. Okay, that feels great. Come on. These are not give it everything you got workouts, but I'd still like to put some effort into it. Basically, I'm rediscovering a leg workout now that the machinery has changed. Switching to one leg taxes the cardiovascular system less and the single leg more. So for this exercise, it's pretty effective. It's 11. I'm just gonna superset the legs, the alternate legs. Exhale on the way out. Brace core on the way in. And it's 12. I should memorize my exact foot position because the height matters. It changes the torque, what changes the load on the muscle. Let's pause. I'm gonna pause there simply because for the amount of sleep I got, I'm taxing my cardiovascular system too much. That's pretty good for a freestyle workout just to get back into it. Sweet to have one of these things. Let's see how much I actually weigh. 50, that's 180. That's 180, that's the goal weight. 150, 160, let's take it to 170. Ooh, more than 170. Nice. Kind of 171. Okay, 172. I'm gonna put 2 pounds on clothing and I'm holding my camera. So pretty much I'm exactly at 170. Every elevator area, I can sneak off another view of a different direction. So I will help myself. Not bad for a jet lag work. Do you want cool remote jobs like these? These contracts let me work from an oceanside penthouse. I created a focus zone for myself and buy my dream car, a manual Porsche 718 GTS, which was quite the upgrade from my earlier dream car, which was to have any car, which was a 1999 Toyota Tercel. You can find exactly these roles on this PM contract job board I just built. It features curated, high-paying project management consulting roles. Think data projects, BI projects, reporting projects, fintech projects, and AI deployment orchestration projects, which are really ramping up fast. And each pays at least $10,000 a month or more and is hybrid or remote friendly, and these are hidden from public boards. I took my decade of recruiter contracts, that's thousands of emails, and I parsed it for the recruiter list, and I hooked that channel up with agentic AI automation. And these are fresh. As soon as a new contract hits my network, the board is updated in under 30 seconds, containing everything you might need. Contract salary figures, freshness scale, background information, so you're not like wasting your time applying to stale jobs. And phone numbers and emails are right there at the bottom. So there is no headaches like, please rebuild your resume online here. You can just reach out to the headhunter directly. Now, I do recommend signing up for the instant alerts because if a job is more than 48 hours old, it is stale. So these alerts are strategic and they're totally for free. Now, what if you're not qualified for the role? Check out the AI agent assisted Tips by Hassan section, where there's an AI version of me that will break down exactly what's needed to get these roles. Now, a truth bomb, if you're a coder, a tactical project manager, a business analyst, or an engineer, and you're grinding through tasks like coding, spreadsheets, scheduling, status updates, AI is quietly eating these roles. And people are just waking up one day with their login gone. I built this entire job board with AI tools that gives me power of 10 developers. And for this reason, there's McKinsey's stat that predicts 50% headcount cuts by 2028. There is good news. There's 175 million new AI orchestration roles coming out. My accelerator pivots you fast and efficiently into this new area of PM consulting, future-proofing you so you can ride the trend. You can also book a free strategy session with me where I'll vet your credentials to see if you will qualify for the pivot. Bad for a jet lag workout. Once I get good rest, I'll go harder. Let's check out this view. Not a bad workout. I'm glad I didn't just skip it and cite that I'm tired from jet lag or something like that. So with that in mind, quite happy with it. And I will figure out how to overload it better. in the next coming workouts. All right, thanks for joining me. We did jet lag workout, a jet lag leg workout with 2 supersets of leg press with drop sets and 4 sets of squats all the way down, duck stance, Platz style, and then we did single leg press. All in all, not bad. I'll see you guys next time for chest and back. I can run it.
The key to stimulating muscle growth is the intensity of the exercise.
Experiencing pain in your muscles and then go on. And this last repetitions, that's what makes the muscle grow.